I've got the new Proteas coach with me. Russell, first of all, thanks you for joining us on eNCA, and congratulations on your appointment.
Thanks, OG. Thanks for having me.
For you, obviously, you've worked with Gary for the past 2 years. Does that make your job going into this a bit easier, do you say?
Yeah, look, I think Gary's laid an outstanding foundation for me to come into. It's probably easier coming to a side that where things are really settled and platforms are in place and structures are in place. So I suppose he has made an easy transition for me to move into the national side now.
As his right-hand man, I assume that Gary would probably have spoken to you as one of the first people to tell him that he would be stepping down. I mean, did you guys have such conversations?
Yes, I think I was probably the first guy on our management team that he spoke to regarding his non-signing of a new contract. So Gary and I have come a long way. We've worked together at franchise level for the Warriors and we've worked really well together at the national side. So yeah, he did speak to me reasonably early on that he wasn't going to sign on.
Coaches usually have their own blueprint of how they want to work. Will we be seeing a lot of changes in the Proteas side that now you taking over? Will it be more of the same as we're speaking about continuity with the side?
Yeah, look, I think it's a little bit of both. I think continuity is massively important. The side is very settled at the moment. We've got some good structures in place. The management team all function really well. So there's no real need to make massive changes. For sure, I will try and bring in some of my own ideas and my own flair, but look, things are working really well in the national side at the moment. So there's no real need to make any drastic changes to what's working at the moment.
Speaking of those changes, obviously your contract was going to come to an end in July. Alan Donalds as well as the bowling coach. Are we likely to see him continuing with you on the Proteas job?
I'd love Alan to continue. That's for him to decide. His contract's up for renewal at the same time as ours is. So I don't foresee making any changes to the management team as it is. I'm pretty happy with the way guys have functioned, and I'd love Alan to still be part of our national side going forward.
And how important is it that you took over the T20 job in December? Does it give you, a bit of experience to say you have been a head coach of a national side, and therefore this will be easier for you to take on?
Yeah, I suppose that has helped a bit. We haven't had a lot of T20 cricket, but I have formed really good relationships with some players, and some players have understood how I want to run the T20 side, and so it won't be a major difference for them now with the one-day side and the test side with me coming in, because a lot of those players have been part of the one-day side and test side in any case, so it won't be foreign to them, and they have got a taste as to what I'm going to be trying to achieve with the side over the next couple of seasons.
You mentioned that it's not a great point that you'd be the first coach of colour to be appointed. Does that mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't really. It's whether I'm black, white, pink, it doesn't make a difference. I'm a cricket coach, and cricket's my passion, and I see all cricket players the same way. Whether they're black or white or coloured, all cricket players all equally talented and all deserving of opportunity to play for South Africa in time to come.
Yeah. The Champions Trophy obviously is the next focus. This will be Gary Kirsten's last job. I mean, how important is it for you guys to try and go and get an international trophy for the Proteas, something that's never happened for us?
No, it's massively important. I think we won the inaugural Champions Trophy 15 years ago, I think it might have been. So it's a competition that South Africa have done well in the past. And I think we'll go to that competition pretty confident, knowing that we'll be one of the sides to beat. For sure, there's 7 or 8 closely matched teams in one-day cricket at the moment, so any one of them could win. So I suppose we've got as good a chance as any of those sides that are at the event. Hopefully we can put in a good performance.
And your first job obviously will be the tour to Sri Lanka. Is that at the back of your mind?
Yeah, look, it's still probably about 6 or 7 weeks away, so I've still got a lot of planning and thinking to do before we get there. But I will be planning intensely for that, and hoping we can get off to a good start under my tenureship there.
Well, Russell, congratulations once again, and thank you for joining us on eNCA.
Thanks, Ajay.
Well, Sally, that is the new Proteas coach, Russell Domingo. Obviously, he's got a lot of things to think about, his backroom staff, the tour to Sri Lanka after the Champions Trophy, but he will be working with Gary Kirsten until the end of July as they try and win the Champions Trophy for the Proteas. Back to you, Sally.
News that moves. eNCA.com.